Good morning, everyone. Today is a bloody beautiful Friday evening. Today we're going to go ahead and head down to A Line, wheel alignment. All of their information is going to be below. They've kindly offered to open up the shop like after hours, so that we can do what we need to do, a little bit of filming and all that sort of stuff, without there being public and all that sort of thing. So a huge shout out to them. We really appreciate it. So we're just down at Tom's now, trying to sort the cars out. Tom's left everything to last minute, as he usually does. I was here last night in the dark, removing ball joints. So we're just sorting the cars out now. Probably go and get something to eat, as we usually do, and then we'll head straight over to A Line. Yeah, so we're I suppose we'll use a little bit of YouTube magic, and you know, well, it's close enough. It's the wrong way around, but that'll probably do. So anyway, we are here. The traffic on the way was absolutely horrendous. The M6 was broken, so that meant that every other motorway in the world was broken, which means that we're slightly late. But we should be fine. Hopefully we'll get Tom's on first. We had a little bit of trouble with his tie rods to start with, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully everything can be sorted out here. I've brought some extra wheels. I sold my wheels recently, so I got some more in there. So I'm going to get the tyres replaced, ready for the next drift day, which is going to be on the 1st. So you'll see it the week after that. And then I also need to get my tyres flipped on the front, because basically the way that they're set up currently is quite a lot of toe and it's scrubbing on the inner edge with the camber and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to get those flipped because they're basically brand new on the outside. I don't know if anyone's going to give me shit for that, but I'm saving money. I'm being thrifty. So we had to take Tom's front bumper off to get in, and his side skirts to get it on the ramp, but it should be alright once he's on there. And what we'll do is we'll go through all the changes that we're going to be making. We're basing it off of one of Mittos' forum posts. I'm sure you're all aware of it. So we'll see if his settings can still work with a stanced car. My guessing is probably not, but we'll soon find out.
So, wow, this isn't going to work already.
No.
Camber front 320. Oh, I'll just let you have a look. It's easier. Okay. I know that's.
That is not going to work at all, is it?
3 degrees of camber, 320 on the front. No. Right, because at present moment.
It's green, that's good.
Right. So the specs we've got, 60 minutes to 1 degree, so the passenger front wheel is 7¼ degrees, 750 will be 7¼ degrees, and 6 degrees. So when we ask for 3 degrees 20 minutes, it's half what you've got. So if you imagine that angle now, it's not going to work.
I'm not sure that's going to work really, mate.
It's going to, yeah,
Shall we scrap the Mitto settings, mate?
Go for a Dan Joyce setting. I've seen Joyce's. Joycey.
Yeah.
Jan Joyce.
6 degrees, 1 degree on the back. 720, just under 7½ degrees of caster. 10 minutes toe out, which is approximately a mil, and 2 mil toe in on the back.
Yeah.
Right. The other setting he's got.
Stealing all your settings, Dan.
Right, is the rear toe out just a touch more, but just a fraction more camber on the back.
Yeah.
Subtle changes, 7½ degrees, still the 6 degrees, just subtle changes to get the car to act differently.
Yeah.
6.5 degrees. 2 mil toe in, just under the degree on the back.
Yeah.
So 6.5's about par.
Yeah.
For
it's interesting that obviously they're all similar cars and they're all been set up to do the same job, but they're all quite different, aren't they?
Okay.
I think you're better to just try and balance the car out, because obviously you've got one side that's like 5 degrees, the other that's 7.
Half of the battle is balance.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever one side of the car is doing, it's going to have an effect in a corner. You want the same effect on the other side to bring you back out of the corner.
Yeah.
Right. We've got a degree and a quarter difference, so we're going to have more, more confidence in one corner than the other. So it's going to feel on the one way and sort of bang on the other. Whereas the two are the same.
I felt on the way over this one actually.
Okay. So obviously the Mittos settings are just not going to work. There's too much camber and all that sort of stuff to make this work out. So what we're going to use is I think it's called Joyce Spec 2. So if you're watching, Dan, we'll be able to drive just like you, mate. So we're gonna do that now and get this car straight. Obviously you could see that one side was different to the other, which is a little bit of a problem. So we're going to get that sorted.
So yeah, because of my fitments and my stupid wheels and my stupid ride height and stuff, I can't run Dan Joyce's setup because the wheel will hit the arch. So we're just looking at taking. We were looking at taking some camber off, adding a bit of not positive, but taking some negative camber off the back. But if we do that, obviously that will bring the wheel further out, closer to the arch, and that can't happen. The arch is in the way. So we're going to try and take a little bit off. We're going to try and have a little bit of a play around, and at the very least, then what we're going to do is at least square it up from side to side.
Right. So while Tom's going to get his, and we can see while he gets his alignment done, I'm going to get my tyres done now. You probably won't see any of that until they're finished. So we're going to go back to Tom's car now and try and teach you guys a little something. Obviously, it's not going to plan already. Like most things that we do in this vlog, they never go to plan. So I'll hand you back to Tom and we'll get some explanations.
Basically, we've got 2 lock nuts and an adjuster in the middle. The thread either side is reversed, so as you turn that, it will lengthen, winding out of there and there at the same time, spreading that, pushing the wheel upright, or shortening it to bring it down.
Yeah. So that's the camber on the rear.
It's the camber. It's the same effect on the rear toe.
Yeah.
The length of that arm determines the pitch sideways.
Yeah.
And again, lock nut, centre adjuster, reverse thread to one side, lengthen or shorten that to pitch the wheel to where you want. Hold the centre part solid, then lock up the two.
Lovely. Right, so we've got the back end of the car all squared up. What we've had to do is basically we struggled with one of the arms was quite corroded. Obviously, it's quite old now, and we really struggled to get it undone. So we've evened the camber out on both sides. It's even both sides. It's square, and I've actually got a little bit more clearance on my arch now, so that's good. So we just popped the bonnet. We're having a look at the front end. Obviously, I had my problem with my tie rod back at Matsuri. I've replaced the rods now, courtesy of Matthew Chidley. So shout out to Chid. He's really helped me out there massively. Thank you, dude. Alright, so we're looking at the front camber now. So the reason we've got the bonnet open is we've got we can adjust the camber on the, where am I trying to point there? On the top mounts. We can adjust the front camber. We've got 2 ways to adjust it. On the top mounts, which we've got, you can see under the bonnet. We've also got adjustments on the bottom, by the suspension turret, on the damper on the bottom. So what we're going to do, my camber, I've got 6 degrees on one side and I've got 7 degrees on the other, so there's quite a difference there. But looking at the top mounts, they're both even. So what we're going to do is adjust the bottom, get them square, and then move up to the top and then yeah, we'll move that up, and get that square at the top. Hopefully that should give us a bit more room for in the future if we want to adjust it. Yeah, we can adjust it on the top mounts a bit easier then. So it's the possibly the longer way to do it, but it's the right way to do it. So that's what we're doing.
What we do now, because we've got a degree camber difference on the front, but the adjusters at the top are equal, we're going to equal it up by undoing the 2 shock mounts when it comes into the hub and dropping the camber down to match up to the other side, and then lock back up, which then gives us equal adjustment on the top, which will make life easier later on in life if ever we need to change anything, because then we can just change from the top and everything below is balanced. So when the shock absorber bolts onto the hub, there's
eccentric bolts.
There's either eccentric bolts, or the hub is larger than the bolt that travels through it, the bolt hub, so it gives you free movement.
Yeah.
And you use that free movement to try and get it to exactly where you want.
Yeah. So
it's like putting an 8mm bolt through a 10mm hole.
Yeah.
You use that extra 2mm to where you want it to be, and then lock everything down at that.
Yeah. So as we're working on this, obviously we've got the PC just over there. So we're getting live readings of what the adjustments we're making, how that's affecting the camber. So we've adjusted the bottom, the bolts on the bottom of the hub. Well, I think we're about at the maximum now, so we can't go any more on that. So I'm guessing we got just what we can do on the top mount now. Perry's taken off his kit.
So graceful.
He is really graceful, isn't he?
Thanks, mate. He's not the other thing. There I got it. Crack the radiator. There it is. Don't put it out, mate. You just pop some air in it, dude. So as you can see from the last clip, I managed to get these on with a little bit of brake cleaner and a lighter, so they're ready. So I'm going to get the fronts flipped. Basically I'm guessing the way that the toe was set up on the wheels, it meant that the inner edges were worn down quite a lot, whereas the outer edges I'm guessing with the camber are perfectly fine.
We've got a lot of tools in that I work at hello Fuji. Oh, he's got a chair. You're well good.
So as we've been filming, we've just found out that drift day that's on the 1st has been cancelled. So any ideas for what we should be doing this week for next week's video? Leave them in the comments below, because we haven't got anything planned, and that's kind of throwing a spanner in the works there. So yeah, any ideas? What do you want to see? Just comment below.
Right, so we've done the changes on the bottom of the damper assembly. So we've changed that. We've moved the camber in. I think we had at the start of the day we had like just over 1 degree difference between left and right. We've now got I'm going to say 0.3, but is it 30 minutes? Is that
half a degree?
Half a degree.
15 minutes an hour.
Yeah, just under half a degree. So we've got it pretty square. So just to get the final bit of adjustment, we're just going to adjust the top mounts just to make it perfect. So limiting factor again for us is the fitment. Obviously we can't take too much of it out, because then the wheel will just hit the arch all the time. We're going to have a play around with the top mounts now, see which one can be adjusted and which one, find a good middle ground between the two. But there's not going to be much more adjustment. So we've been doing obviously one thing to bear in mind is that when you're doing alignment, every change that you make for one aspect, so camber for example, will have an impact on everything else. So we've just been we've changed the camber on the front, and now by changing the camber, that's made a difference on the caster and knocked that out. So we're just taking the caster back now. So get that back to where it should be.
There's slightly more thread on the passenger side than there is on the driver's side. At present moment we're towing in too much, which means we need to shorten the rack. Now as soon as the passenger side is the longer side, you would wind that down until it's the same length as the driver's side. Lock everything up at that, because then we know the rack is even. And then adjust evenly off both wheels till we get to the desired tow set.
Right, so at Rockingham the other week, I bent my tie rod twice in a day. What we think might be causing it, because there was no potholes or anything, the surface was really good. So what we think it could be is over-centering of the wheel. So we'll do a quick demonstration to what we think it could be, and it makes sense.
On a full left lock, that part of the wheel is going to be coming in. And if it comes past the point where it's over pressures, this arm is going to be pressured from here and be given to bend.
Yeah, so that arm's the weak point.
This arm, instead of this arm sitting straight, the pressure's coming from here, so it's going to try and bend.
It's that explanation of the over centering of the wheel makes sense. It makes sense that it was a right hand corner that I kept having problems on, and funny, it was a right hand corner at Driftland as well, where it bent originally. So I think I'm going to be looking into a set of lock stops, to try and limit how far that wheel can actually rotate round. Near enough 7 degrees camber on the front. Caster, we've got just over 7.5.
7.5, 730, 7.5.
Yeah, degrees of camber, caster. Oh, I'm getting confused now. Toe is almost
half a mil toe out, 1 mil total toe out. There's a fraction of toe out on the front, fraction of toe in on the back, and the camber we've had to balance up
because of fitments and stupid wheels and arches and stuff. So yeah, but there we go. It's nice and square. So it'll be interesting to see how it drives now.
It should drive differently.
Differently.
Do we get to give this its own name?
If I go back into this,
Because I think if anyone wants any Tom Shaw Hot Boy settings, come to A Line and ask for a Shawsy spec.
A Hot Boy special.
Right, so that's it. Hopefully you found this video really informative, and if you need alignment and you're even remotely close to this place, get yourself down to A Line. We've had an awesome time. They're incredibly knowledgeable. Shout out to them for opening up after hours for us as well. I think that's pretty awesome. And we've just got to test the cars out now, see whether the difference is apparent really. Obviously, we have to say that you should go and get your car aligned properly to some sort of, like there's Mittos specs out there. I'm sure there's other people that have got like a surefire specification sheet. If you're a hot boy, if you're a scene queen, then things don't go quite as well. But the main thing is we've had them straightened up. So mine was crabbing, yours had more camber one side to the other, so they're completely straight now. So we should feel that difference like immediately. So yeah, I think that's it for today.
We need to get out on track now and actually test them.
Yeah, basically. So I'm not sure what as I said earlier, let us know what you want to see in the next video. Obviously things have been thrown out of kilter a little bit, so you let us know what you want to see next and we'll do it, basically. Yeah. Don't be stupid though. Don't be stupid. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll catch you in the next video.